Welcome back, IP3. I hope you're doing great, you're staying safe, and you're staying home. Today, we are talking about the publisher software. This is lesson number 13 together. Let's talk about Scribus. How can you add the text? By adding the text, you can use text tool. You can drag over the page and then start typing. So you can see right here, this is the text symbol, and you can just drag it where you need it. You drag here, for example, and then you can start writing in this area, which we call the text box. When you drag, it's gonna be a box, and in that box you can write, and that box we call text box. So the text tool, for example, you can drag over the page and have two text columns and start to type in it. So for example, we can have this two here and one here. So 1 and 1, and then we will have two columns and we can write in both columns. This way, it's gonna look like a newspaper style that you have columns of writing, and you can write in them, and you can have content and images and everything. Next, we have the Insert tab. By going to this tab, you have many options to insert on to the page, like text, image, and etc. For inserting the image, drag over the area you want to insert, right-click, and click Get Image, and find the picture in the tab. So this is the process. You go to the Insert tab on the top right here. You click Image Frame, and you click Get Image. So you drag it over the area you want. Like here is going to be your image box. So the image going to be only inside this area, only inside this box. And you click Get Image. By clicking Get Image, you will get another tab and you can find the picture that you want. Next, we have Page. You can add more pages to the column, to the document. So how can you do that is going by to Page and clicking Insert, and then here you can add more pages. Do you want to add before the page that you are at, after the page, or at the end of the document? Where do you need to add it? How many pages do you need to add? 1, 2, 3, 10, up to you. And you click OK after you have selected your desired option. Next, we can zoom. You can go to View option or View tool, and you can zoom in and out of the page. So you can just fit to height, or fit to width, or 50%, 75, 100, 200, 400%. So the higher the percentage, the more zoomed in it is. Next, we have export and save. Export as PDF, image, or etc. You can choose different images, image formats, such as JPEG, TIFF, PNG, and etc. So you can take a look here. You can take a look here that you can go to the File tab, and find export right here. And you can save as the format that you need: EPS, PDF, image, SWG, SVG, XPS. So there are a lot of formats. The main one that you need to do to know is image, which can be JPEG, TIFF, or PNG, and PDF. These two are the most important ones for you. And you can see in front of it, it has a shortcut. So if you want to export as PDF, all you need to do is Control-Shift-P. And if you need to save as an image, is Control-Shift-E. And if you do save as image, it will open this tab for you, which I told you you can choose many types of image formats, such as TIFF, PNG, JPEG, and so on. Double click on image frame and you can move the image inside it. To fit the image to the frame, we click adjust image to the frame. So first, if we double click on this here, this is get image, right? We've got the image, but it brings it in the original size. So that's the problem, right? So what we can do is double click on it and move it and adjust it by ourselves without changing the size. And the next option would be right click on it and adjust image to the frame. And when we click that, it will adjust it and it will fit to the frame. So it will change the size. You can move your frames. Doesn't matter. Is it a image frame or is it a text frame? You can move your image frames, box frames, or text box or image box. You can move them. You also can use the square nodes to resize it. The nodes are these, when I say nodes, is these square nodes on the top, bottom, corners, and middles. So you have a lot of nodes that you can control the how big or what size the box will be. So we have installed the program already, right? So now that we have installed it, let's open Scribus. So we can choose just single page and just open it. Now we have our Scribus open, right? So I just want to show you step by step what I taught you just now. So let's practice opening a text box, right? So find the text box. You can go to insert and insert the text frame here, or you just click it here. Here is the text frame, and just drag it where you want to type. Let's say I want to type here, and again, just start typing. This is where I want to type. And just you can see I can type a lot. And when you're done, you just click somewhere else and it's unselected. And of course, you can have more than one text. So you can just go back here and let's say I want to type here also. So you just type here. this is where I want to type also. All right. And of course you can keep adding because like there's a lot of space. You can add here, you can add there. So just it's really your choice. I'll just keep 2 for now because I want to show more options to you. Next, let's go to image frame now. So you can see here the icon. This is the insert image frame, which you can select and you can insert here and click right, click get image, and you can go to my computer. Let's find this. No. So we can just add it like this. And we see it might be too big for us, right? It's actually nice in here, but let's say if the image was too big. If it was too big, what we can do is click here. Come down, adjust frame to image or adjust image to frame. So we do image to frame. So you can see now it's changed. We can move this a bit and do this again. Let's move it. So that's what we get. Also, for both text and image, you can also come to the insert tab here. Insert text frame, the same procedure. Insert image frame, the same procedure again. And you can insert a lot of things here. You can see shape, polygon, line, curve, line again, freehand line. So you can draw a freehand. And yeah, so you can insert a lot of things from there. Next, what if we want more pages? Maybe one page only is not enough. So we come to the page here, page tab, and we go to insert and we say, how many pages do you want? So, all right. So I have to say, sorry, I don't know why, but whenever I install some programs, my program doesn't show numbers. So it shows it like this. I'm not sure why. So, but for yours, it should be normal. It should show number 1 here. So I'll just do it 2. And I'll just say after page. At the end, I'll just say at the end. And I'll just add it now. And you can see I added I added 7 more pages just by one click. So depending on how long the book or the program is that you're doing, you can add more pages. So there's no worries that, oh, I have a limit on how many pages I can do. So that's very simple. You just add more pages. We can check zoom, how to zoom in and zoom out. It's very simple. You just go to view and fit to height. So you can see your whole page, or fit to width. Again, you can see the whole page, but you have to go down and up for seeing the top and the bottom, but on the left and right, you can see more zoomed in. So that might be helpful. We can do 100, which is usually the default. So, or 400, which is very zoomed in, which might not be useful all the time unless you really need to focus on a part that you're working on. So the typical size would be 100, that you can see the overall size. But sometimes when you want to type something, maybe you need to zoom in more, so that can be helpful. And the next is the export and saving, which is very simple. You just go to file and save, or save as is right here. Is where you just click save or save as, and then it will show you where it's gonna save. You can choose a place for it. And the other one would be export, which you can save as PDF. You give all the info that you want, and then you click, you give the name that you need, and then you just click save, and then it will save for you as PDF. Or you want to export as save as image, you click save as image, and you can choose what kind of file you want to save as, and you just save it as that file. And this one I already showed you how to adjust. And I forgot to show you this. Maybe if you double click on it, we can, we should be able to. So when you double click on the frame, also you can move it without changing the size of the picture. For example, I can move it here. You can see here I cannot do it because I already framed the picture to be fit with the my frame. So for example, if I make my frame bigger now, I should be, yes. Now I should be able to move it. No. Yeah, because I already adjusted. That's why it cannot do that. But when it's smaller, you can double click and move it around just like that. And of course, you can move your text. As I told you, you can just click on it and move it just like this. You can change the, using the mouse, you can change the size of the column, move it, make it smaller, make it bigger, just like that. It's very simple. And that's all for today. Thank you for joining our class. I hope you stay safe, you stay home, and take care of yourself. Have a lovely weekend, and see you next class. So try to practice what we have learned today and the tools that we have learned today, open scripters, and just go through what we did today. And in the future classes, we will go more in detail and start creating some publishing work. All right. Thank you. That's all. See you next class. Bye-bye.